Alright, let's get going to the bridge here, get into the elevator. Hello, Captain. Hello, lift. Oh, it's the elevator. I like it when you come inside of me. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is SocioPsycho. And today I'm going to bring you an odd game, my ex-boyfriend, the SpaceTyrant. Now this was created by Up Multimedia, available on PC, Mac, and Linux. So, what is it? Is it controversial? To some. Well, you play as a gay space captain in a world or universe atmospherically, which is fairly gay. There's a heavy gay undertone, an LGBT community of this game, but it is a adventure point and click. And so how does it hold up on that basis alone? Now you may be thinking, well, I don't like this game already because it has gay undertones, or whoa, it's maybe offensive. In my playing, I found nothing to be offensive about the game at all. Let's go into the settings, and as you can see, unfortunately there isn't much screen resolutions options. You got full screen on and off, and music, there are no slide bars. When it comes to the music in the game, it is actually very well done. The music propels you in a sense of atmosphere. In the beginning, the music you hear, the opening settings, sets the stage. So for the undertone of comedy, it's like, okay, this is weird, this is going to be funny, what's going to happen? And I'll admit that in the beginning of the game, I laughed a lot. I really had some good bouts about this game. It doesn't take itself seriously, and that's what's important. While it is unfortunate to not see too many gay characters in video games, but as the media is changing, the culture changes and the ideas surrounding those change, I believe in the future we will see more. The game doesn't make fun of gays, and it doesn't have such a strong sexual innuendo that it's disgusting. It's comedic, it's satire, it's enjoyable. And while that may be something that some people may not want to hear because the character's not taken overly serious, it's not a serious game to begin with. It's a simple point and click with comedy undertones. Now, how does the game actually handle on its performance? And while I have seen a few issues and bugs here and there, I've had the game crash once or twice on me, but never so badly that I've lost too much progress or that it happens often. It was very rare. On top of that, while sometimes you can get stuck inside either a bush or another character by trying to talk to them and you end up walking into them, it's not an issue upon where you cannot escape from that, because all you have to do is just click the side of the screen, go to the next zone, and then go back. You don't lose any progress either. So how does the game actually look and feel? Well, like I said, it has a comedic undertone of a gay universe. The writing of the game comes on very strong in the beginning. I laughed quite heartily in the beginning, and then as I found the game continuing onward and moving more and more forward, the writing didn't maybe get lazy, but it couldn't uphold its level that it started out with, and so it kind of pivots off, and it has its moments where it comes back for a little giggle, but for the most part, the writing aspects in the game and how they interact with the characters isn't really anything spectacular. There's a serious disconnect from depth in how the writing of the game actually holds to the writing of the characters. Now, in the game itself, you can talk to different characters, but there's really no explanation about what's going on in the world beyond your main quest. Where am I? Okay, we understand where we are. What are we doing? Okay, we understand what we're doing. But what's this universe? What's the world? And there's not much backstory behind this whole atmosphere. You can't really understand what's going on beyond the simplistic notion of single mission mindedness. Now that may be fine for many people, and it can be a deterrent to some and a bonus for others. And why that is if you're new to point and click games or newish and you're looking for something simple, then yes, this is a simple game and a comedic one at that. But if you're looking for something with a little more depth, then perhaps not, because it doesn't exactly offer you a majority of things in the game which will really grab and entice you upon explaining everything you want to know. While you can talk to people, you can't talk to people about other people. There's a limitation in conversational choices, and while there may be a limitation in conversational choices in most adventure games, this one really is apparent about how it feels. Usually in an adventure game, characters sort of feel interactive with their environment, where in this one, the dialogue may vary subject to subject depending on where you are in the game, but it never feels like it strays around the objective that you're currently going on, and it sticks so tightly to it that it never throws any surprises of information or story cliches or anything that would really take you back and be like, oh wow, that's interesting. Graphically, the game is very simple, as you can see. It's not anything that's going to win any awards on its graphical fidelity. But the artistic style isn't bad by any means. It's decent. Like I said, I mean, you can be your own judge of character on that yourself based off well, I like it, so I'm gonna play it. Well, I'm not gonna like it. But what the main point of the adventure point and click is, are puzzles. And some games have intense, intricate puzzles, and some have item hunting and you have to put items together. This really lacks in both those categories. When you go across the story, the game doesn't actually have a really in-depth puzzle system in the game. You don't have to find different pieces of objects, put them together, organize, or really do anything intricate to get through a door, to get through a system. There's really no creativity. And it even comes down to when you do find items, you cannot combine other items with other items in your inventory. You pick up one item, that item will be used for one thing in the world. Where most games you do have a way of combining different items and then using that combined item to open a lock or complete an objective, this doesn't have that, and because of it, it keeps it simple. And while that may be good for some, it definitely is a little deterrent because it doesn't have that much depth or difficulty in the game itself. Is the game fun? Did I have some laughs? Yes. But it suffers from a severe lack of polish, and that's really the hardest thing to say about the game. I had fun playing this game. I did. I had some good laughs, and then it kind of teetered off, and the story got a little dull, and then I had a few giggles, and then I, wrapped it up, and it was enjoyable for what it was. You can't go into this game taking it seriously. It's a comedic game. But for $15, that's a steep price point for a game that really lacks this much polish. Yes, there are hints in the game. If you get stuck, you just hit a button on a hint and it kind of gives you a generalizational idea of what I need to do. It doesn't tell me outright, but it helps me get past an area with cleverness that I may have been stuck in with before. But your inventory is a little sloppy in how you always have to upload it with a mouse. There's really no key bindings. The game suffers just from some severe polish issues more than anything else. I think if this game baked in the development oven for about maybe 2 to 3 more months and just polished it up, it would have been a lot better. But for $15, I cannot recommend this game. If it goes on sale for about 6 to 8, then yeah, sure. Because it is worth at least that much of a laugh. And like I said, I want to clarify, this game has been controversial by many people. Some people don't like it because it has gay undertones, some people are worried that it's offensive to gays, but it's not offensive. I haven't found anything in this game to be offensive at all, and more importantly, it doesn't insult the LGBT community. It just puts it into a light that is comedic, no different than eating breakfast and having something funny happening during a TV show while they're eating breakfast. It's no different. I was really hoping that I could give this game a renounding, above the claws recommendation, but unfortunately it just lacks way too much polish and depth for the price point they're asking for. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been SocioPsycho, and I thank you for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time.